G'day everyone, welcome back to another video. In this one I am installing some Spectre LED lights. Alright, taking a look at what we are actually replacing today. We've got these Spectre LEDs. One of my auto beam reverse lights have given up after about 5 years, so I thought I'd give an Australian supplier a go. Now this is their reverse LED unit. They will be going in the back. I have a glove box LED right here. Now my auto beam one gave up pretty easy, so I'll give this a go. If that doesn't work, it'll be a fuse problem. And also some high beams. We've got some clips here. They're just like a mounting bracket for this, and then these will just plug in. So I'm going to start at the back and work my way forward. For this, we remove the entire tail light assembly on each side. T25 Torx, T25 Torx. Then you want to come around, you want to pull your carpet down and reach up in there, and there's a little like wing nut, plastic wing nut that you just unscrew. We'll show you, and then you just literally pull that out. So this is the little plastic wing nut that's inside. You'll be able to feel it. It's pretty easy to grab. Just turn it. It's quite a long thread, so you'll be turning for a little while for it to come off. Don't drop it, and then that now will just pull straight out. Voila! Don't yank it too hard, just get it loose, because you will have your electrical connection in there. You don't want to pull too hard on that, but that's literally just a tang that you push down and remove. Now when we come around, if you have a look, that is the reverse light there on the outside next to my orange globe. So when you turn it round, it's going to be that connection right there on the left. Just give it a quarter turn anti-clockwise and it shall come out. Being a T15, it's just literally like a blade. It just pulls out. You don't have to push down and unscrew. That's the difference between the older style auto beam and my new Spectre one. So again, that is just going to push right in to the connector there. You can hopefully see that it's just a flat blade that pushes in, and then we'll put it back in. We'll line up the two tabs on the side here, put it in, and a quarter turn clockwise will lock it in. Now with LEDs, it is often that if you plug it back in and it doesn't work, literally just take the LED back out and turn it 180 degrees. I don't know if it's the same with these, but if you are playing around with LEDs and that is the case, it doesn't work when you first plug it in, try that trick. When reinstalling, you can see that there's two little prongs that fit into these rubber grommets here, and then this will slide into the long part. So you literally just line them up, push them in, and you'll see that the screw holes will now line up. Maybe you can't see that one. But before I screw these up, I am going to test it and make sure it works. Sorry about the parking sensors, but as you can see, that is very bright and very white compared to the auto beam, which is very white and not quite as bright. So that's interesting. Onto the other one, I'll put my two screws back in here and my wing nut on the inside, and then I'll repeat for the passenger side. Moving to the glove box light now. As you can see, I've just released my glove box. It's just got these things that hold it up. You just squeeze them in either side and pull it down. Now what we need to do is release the switch. So it's got two tangs here. You can literally do this with your fingers. You just push that one through, and then without breaking the switch, you need to, I'll do that one with two hands so I don't break it. But you can see it's just got a couple of little clips holding that in. around the side. I will get that free, and then we can get it free. And this holds the glove box light also. This is what we need to pull out. Don't forget it will be connected by the wire there. So you just need to get that out. This is the housing, and this is the globe. Now just be aware, if you're replacing the standard globe for the first time, it'll be really hot. So it's ideal to try and keep the switch pressed in so that the light turns off, so that you don't burn yourself. Looking at the Spectre one, again, it's just like a blade. So you literally just pull it out and put this one in. I've just done a test and it works, so the fuse isn't gone. It was the actual LED. And now that's the orientation that you're going to push it back in through these two holes here. Make sure to plug it in first. There we go, one glove box light replaced. Now that's the size of the auto beam one that came out. Very, very small. It did take some fiddling just to get it in. Sometimes when I was trying to refit it in these holes here, it knocked the unit out a bit. So I've had to really hold it while I'm trying to click it in, and that seems to have worked. So the globe clicked in and now it works. And now we're going to move on to the high beams. As always, step one when doing anything on your Fiesta, remove the damn headlights. T30 Torx, Phillips head, and you may need a flat head to get under that screw. And then when you come around in here, unplug the wiring loom. Same for both sides. The wiring loom in this case is behind your washer bottle filler. Mercifully, we are now into the air conditioning of the kitchen. It is bloody hot in the garage. It's about 35, 36 degrees today. So thank God I'm up to this part. Now, this is what we will be replacing, this little guy right here. As you can see, I've got the standard, I think they're halogen bulbs in there. I do still have the auto beam low beams in there. They're going all right, as can be seen right now. Now, this is your indicator. This one's your high beam in the middle, and your low beam is the projector out on the end. So if we remove this cap, what we have in here is the full beam assembly, and we have to connect these adapters into it, which I believe is a bit fiddly, so I'm gonna do it off camera and then I'll show you what I've done. So it was easier to get this out and show you. This is just held in with a clip here, spring clip. So you pull that and you literally just pull it out and it comes out. Now take note, see how it's got the flat part on it, and it's the flat part near the clip. Your new LED will be exactly the same. See how they're at the same angle as well? That is what you're going to need to do, because that's how it's going to reflect the light. So make sure that they are the same angle when they go back in. Now just remove your bulb, it just pulls out, and this is where your LED is a bit different, and I'll show you how these connect. Okay, this is the tricky bit. This is very hard to see. Just let me try and pull that out of the way. Now I've actually got the headlight assembly turned upside down, and if you look inside, you might be able to see, now that it's upside down, there's two flat pieces here and across here. hopefully when you're looking at it you will be able to see that. So those two flat pieces, get your supplied adapter, and these little notches here, so these little in notches here will slide in that way on those two little flat pieces right there and right there. Hopefully now that that's on, what I just said makes a little bit of sense. Hopefully you can see in there. Okay, I'll show you the wiring now before I fit the bulb. If you grab your connector, you can see that two wires, one runs to here and one runs to here. Now you've got two different connections on the bulb. Obviously this sort of style connector is going to fit over here, and the blade style connector will fit in there. Okay, so with our LEDs now wired up, remember that this headlight assembly is upside down. So you can see here you've got the flat part of the tabs. That's where your wiring harness clicked into, the flat side. So just remember that you want the flat side of the bulb going in that way. So we'll put that in, then we'll put the adapter bracket in that will hold it in place, and then the wiring connector clicks over that. So one thing, I said that this will clip back on there, but with the adapter on it won't. So just tuck this inside and then put your cap back on. And then refit your headlight. And then we'll go see if they work. That is the unit all fitted up. Like Run DMC said, it's tricky. I held the headlight unit between my legs and I had to use two hands, one to hold the bulb. So if you hold the back of the bulb here and push on it, that will keep the actual round part flat up against the housing inside, and then you can fit the adapter which will hold the LED in place. Now what that looks like when you turn it over is a nice uniform 45 degree. It's hard to see because it's silver, but it's in there. So it's 45 degrees, it lines up pretty nicely with the housing there, and that one's done. Now I'm going to fit this one and just turn it on and make sure that it's wired up right and everything's good before I make the same mistake twice. Now onto the high beams. Here's what the standard ones look like against the garage door. Quite yellow, but they've got quite a good light spread. Even driving, they've got quite a good light spread. I don't dislike the standard ones. They're just very yellow, as you can see, compared to the LEDs. So I'm looking forward to putting the Spectre LEDs in and having some nice white high beams. We'll go for a drive tonight as well, and I will show you what they look like driving. Spectre high beams are installed. So let's make sure they both work. Yep. As you can see, they're beautiful and white, not like the yellow ones, so they match the low beams now, and the light spread is pretty good as well. Now before I do go out, I will realign these headlights. They probably have changed a bit. They've been in and out a couple of times lately, so I will realign them, but that is a success. Very happy with that. This is driving with the low beams on. I will put the Spectre high beams on so you can see how good these are. So hopefully that's coming across on camera. The light spread is probably similar to the standard halogens. However, it's nice and white, and it is reflecting much further up the road than the standard halogens. So it's another one of those why didn't I do this sooner moments, but they are brilliant. Really like them, they're fantastic. These babies are the Spectre reverse lights. That lights up friggin' awesome behind you. And just like Christmas, this video is over. Thanks for watching. I hope you like the install videos. I'm happy to have a glove box light back. It's a little thing, but yeah, it's good to be there. Those reverse bulbs are incredibly bright. They're even brighter than the outgoing auto beams that I took out. And as you hopefully saw, the high beams are brilliant as well. They're the same light range as the low beams that I've got in, but far out do they project far. They're excellent. Just the upgrade I really wanted to finish off the LED front end. Alright, until next time guys, take it easy and thanks for watching.